At number 10, we got Ryan O'Hearn from the newly team of the Pittsburgh Pirates for him. Ryan O'Hearn, number 10, 32 years old, 7 years in the league. He signed 2 years, $29 million with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So this is a huge, huge win I would say for the Pirates. I mean, their lineup and their squad itself is probably not at all contender wise. They're not going to contend for a division. But I mean, they seem like they're trying to do the best they can to try to contend for definitely playoff spots and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. I definitely want to see a preview, or at least do a preview for the MLB season. Ryan O'Hearn, though, 144 games played, 474 at bats, 67 runs, 133 hits, 21 doubles, 1 triple, 17 home runs, 63 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, 58 walks, 109 strikeouts, 281 batting average, 366 on base, 437 slugging, and an 803 OPS. He went from Baltimore, got traded to the Padres, so his postseason experience was 3 games played, 9 at bats, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 222 batting average, 364 on base, 222 slugging, and a 586 OPS. He did play first and outfield for the most part, so I'm definitely getting him at number 10 in the DH department because he was not DH the full year, but he was an all star respectfully. And yeah, I mean, he's got a good start to this countdown for me. And yeah, Ryan O'Hearn definitely is a good baseball player. All right, number 9, it's going to be Josh Bell of the newly acquired Minnesota Twins. Yeah, he played his baseball last year with the Nationals, and yeah, he deserves to definitely be on this countdown. One, because there's not as many DHs as one would hope, but also, I mean, Josh Bell deserves to be on some type of countdown because he had a great year this year. Josh Bell's 33 years old, 9 years in the league. He signed 1 year, $7 million with the Twins. Played 140 games, 468 at bats, 54 runs, 111 hits, 16 doubles, 1 triple, 22 home runs, 63 RBIs, 57 walks, 88 strikeouts, 237 average, a 325 on base, a 417 slugging, and a 741 OPS. No accolades and whatnot, but he had a solid year, and so number 9 is a pretty good fit for him, definitely, especially with him playing most of the year at DH. Number 8, Marcel Ozuna. He's a free agent, but he's number 8. Last year he was number 4. Huge hitter for the Braves. I don't know if the Braves are going to re-sign him or not. I would. I would at least try to re-sign him for at least a year. He's a veteran presence, but he still is a power hitter, man. He's a slugger. So when I'm looking at Marcel Ozuna, 35 years old, 12 years in the league, again, free agent, no contract. He had actually a 1.6 WAR, 145 games played, 487 at bats, 61 runs, 113 hits, 19 doubles, 21 home runs, 68 RBIs, 94 walks, 144 strikeouts, 232 average, 355 on base, 400 slugging, and a 756 OPS. Overall, that is his primary position, so it's a good chance of him, being a lot higher than these 9s and 10 guys, but he definitely his numbers went down. And yeah, when looking at it, there's just some guys that just had a better year at the DH spot than him. So I'd say number 8 is a reasonable thing. I could see him going back up, if he does resign and he has a monster year, which he definitely has. So I believe in it, and yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential to have a good year this year if he goes to, especially if he goes to a contending team. Definitely, I believe it. And number 7, Jordan Alvarez. Yeah, I mean, he went down as well at number 7. Last year was number 3. He's just a better hitter than Marcell Ozuna. I think he's just more impactful to the ball club. And so that's why I'm still putting him up there. Even though he missed a lot of time, that is a big reason of his, decrease in his number there in terms of his countdown. But Alvarez is still going to be lethal. Still young, so he's still got a lot of time. He's 20 years old, 6 years in the league, 3 years, $78 million left in his deal with the Astros. He played 48 games on 165 at bats, 17 runs, 45 hits, 8 doubles, 6 home runs, 27 RBIs with a stolen base, 28 walks, and 33 strikeouts. He had a 273 batting average, a 367 on base, a 430 slugging, and a 797 OPS. So overall, yeah, a great hitter. Definitely when he is at the plate, you gotta pitch him in the manner of not getting him that right middle of the plate pitch that he's just gonna swing and definitely knock it out of the park. So overall, he is a dangerous guy, dangerous hitter. It's one of Houston's last core members, of that team that has won and had so much success. So overall, yeah, Jordan is gonna come back stronger than ever. I think he's gonna have a great year this year. Number 6, Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees. Yeah, last year was number 5. He went down one spot. Honestly, age I think is definitely creeping up on him. His stats aren't, explosive like they once were, but he's still getting it done. At 15 years in the league, he's still doing his thing, and definitely some Hall of Fame numbers, absolutely. But looking at Giancarlo, 36 years old, 15 years in the league, he still has 3 years, $64 million from that mega contract he signed with the Yankees way back. 1.9 WAR, 77 games played, 249 at bats, 36 runs, 68 hits, 8 doubles, 24 home runs, 66 RBIs, 29 walks, 96 strikeouts, 273 average, 350 on base, 594 slugging, and a 944 OPS. 7 games played in the postseason, 26 at bats, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 192 average, 267 on base, 269 slugging, and a 536 OPS. I think if he stays healthy, because obviously 77 games played is not that healthy. If he stays healthy around 140 games played type range, yeah, this guy's still, I think, a 30, 35 home run type guy. 100 RBIs, that's not out of the question. I mean, that's pretty realistic. So overall, he's still got it. He's still got the firepower. I want to see what he's going to do this year with New York, and hopefully he does stay healthy. Number 5, I got Seiya Suzuki of the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, so Seiya Suzuki, he was from right field to DH because of Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker's now gone, and he's now a Dodger because the Dodgers have a lot of money, and they are disgracing the game of baseball. But that's for another day, another discussion. When I look at Seiya Suzuki, he's number 5 based on what he was able to do last year, and he was able to put some great numbers up. Great DH spot for them. Great power numbers. Yeah, just overall great in the lineup. Defensively too, he's underrated, but again, he wasn't on that side of the ball. Seiya Suzuki, 31 years old, 4 years in the league. He's got 1 year, $18 million left in his contract. 2.6 WAR, 151 games played, 571 at bats, 75 runs, 140 hits, 31 doubles, 3 triples, 32 home runs, 103 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, 71 walks, 164 strikeouts, 245 average, 326 on base, 478 slugging, and an 804 OPS. In the postseason, 8 games played, 31 at bats, 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, a 226 average, a 250 on base, a 613 slugging, and an 863 OPS. He's probably going to move to right field, so he will probably not be on this list next year. He was a top 10 guy on the right field last year, but based on these numbers, he had a great postseason for the most part. And yeah, I mean, he definitely deserves this spot because of his impact on the team. He was 20th in the NL MVP voting. He was 7th in home runs in the NL and 4th in RBIs in the NL. So overall, really deserving. Love Seiya Suzuki. He's entertaining, very underrated. Number 4, we have Brent Rooker, the DH of the Athletics. Last year was number 6. This year, yeah, he's going up to 4. He's just been consistently putting up great numbers at the DH spot, and he's been one of those few guys in this lineup that's definitely turned up their organization around. And it's really actually entertaining to watch these Athletics, especially a team that was looking so bad. I mean, there was only like 10 fans in the stands, but you're looking at definitely players that are coming up from the minors, and they're actually making this baseball team look really exciting, especially specifically offensively, defensively, and pitching. They still got some work to do, but offensively they put some runs up. And look at Brent Rooker, 31 years old, 4 years in the league. He's got 4 years, $48 million in the contract, 2.3 WAR, 162 games played, 626 at bats, 92 runs, 164 hits, 40 doubles, 3 triples, 30 home runs, 89 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, 65 walks, 155 strikeouts, 262 average, 335 on base, 479 slugging, and an 814 OPS. He was an all-star. He was first in games played in the AL, second in at-bats in the AL, 10th in hits, fourth in doubles, and fourth in extra base hits, all in the American League. So overall, yeah, entertaining guy, and continues to produce some numbers, and very fun to watch. Absolutely. At number 3, we got Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies. Last year he was number 2. So why did he go down? It's not because of the regular season numbers. These regular season numbers are insane. But when it came down to the postseason, I just want to see him do more. I want to see him do a lot more. Obviously, it's not just a one-man team in the postseason, in any sports team. But Kyle Schwarber, I just want to see more out of him, and you know, deservedly so. There's been the two DHs that I got up here. They are very impactful for the team. So, Kyle Schwarber, 32 years old, 10 years in the league, 5 years, $150 million on the contract with the Phillies. He's staying there. 4.7 WAR, 162 games played, 604 at bats, 111 runs, 145 hits, 23 doubles, 2 triples, 56 home runs, 132 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, 108 walks, 197 strikeouts, a 240 average, a 365 on base, a 563 slugging with a 928 OPS. The 4 games in the postseason: 16 at bats, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 double, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, a 188 batting average, a 278 on base, a 625 slugging, and a 903 OPS. He was an All Star, an All MLB Team 2 member, an All Star MVP, second in MVP voting, 8th in offensive WAR, 10th in on base, second in slugging, second in OPS, first in games played, first in home runs, first in RBIs, second in extra base hits, and first in at bats per home run, all in the National League. So, a lot of accolades. I mean, tremendous baseball player, and lights out, just rakes. But overall, in the postseason, I need to see him, do more than just hit it out of the park. He's going to have to create a little bit more, and get some extra base hits, get some. I mean, man, just a single would be great. Try to get runners in scoring position and whatnot. So overall, Kyle Schwarber though, still top 3 DH in the league. Absolutely can be number 2 again next year. So at number 2, we got George Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays. Last year, I don't think he was ranked, actually. I don't think I ranked him at all. He just didn't have a great year last year. This year, though, I mean, regular season wise, yeah, he was great. But postseason wise, that's where he made his numbers, and his impact was crazy good. It was crazy good. I mean, they got to a game 7 against the Dodgers, and they honestly probably should have won it even in game 6. They had a weird call there where the ball landed on by the, I think it was like deep left center, and it stood there, and it looked like, oh, it was stuck, so the play had to stop. But someone could have grabbed it underneath that. So just saying, just saying. Blue Jays should have probably beat the Dodgers. Just saying. But looking at George Springer, 36 years old, 11 years in the league, 1 year, $22.5 million, 4.8 WAR, 140 games played, 498 at bats, 106 runs, 154 hits, 27 doubles, 1 triple, 32 home runs, 84 RBIs, 18 stolen bases, 69 walks, 111 strikeouts, 309 batting average, 390 on base, 560 slugging, and a 959 OPS. 16 games in the postseason, 67 at bats, 14 runs, 19 hits, 6 doubles, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, 5 walks, 17 strikeouts, 284 average, 347 on base, 552 slugging, and an 899 OPS. He was 7th in the AL MVP voting. He was a Silver Slugger, 7th in offensive WAR, 4th in batting average, 2nd in on base, 4th in slugging, 3rd in OPS, 3rd in runs, 10th in home runs, and 10th in at bats per home run. Yeah, all in the American League. I mean, memorable moments in the postseason. That's another thing of him getting to this number 2 spot. ALCS Game 7 against the Mariners, and, doing it in the World Series as well. So, deservedly so for him. Number 1, best DH in baseball. It's probably no surprise. It's Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is, honestly, I'm not even going to say it because everyone's going to say it for me. Everyone loves to just serenade this man day in, day out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm good. He's a good player. Great. Let's move on. 31 years old, 8 years in the league, 8 years, $16 million. The deferred money for him, well, they owe him $680 million, man, from 2034 to 2043. So $68 million. Good luck, Dodgers, paying all that money to all that people that you got deferred. Just letting you know, you guys are going to be screwed. Anyway, Ohtani, 6.6 WAR, 158 games played, 611 at bats, 146 runs, 172 hits, 25 doubles, 9 triples, 55 home runs, 102 RBIs, 20 stolen bases, 109 walks, 187 strikeouts, 282 average, 392 on base, 622 slugging, and a 1,014 OPS. He was insane. In the postseason, 17 games played, 68 at bats, 13 runs, 18 hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 8 home runs, 14 RBIs, 1 stolen base, 16 walks, 23 strikeouts, 265 batting average, 405 on base, 691 slugging, and a 1,096 OPS. Some of the most memorable games, the NLCS against the Brewers went off. I mean, we don't even talk about the pitching numbers, but he was crazy with the pitching numbers. And that World Series against the Blue Jays, I mean, he just dominated. You can say everything. World Series champion, another MVP for him, another All Star, another Silver Slugger. It goes on and on. He's the best DH in baseball, and he's pretty much the best baseball player in baseball. Regardless of all the hate that I could say about him, he still gets it done at the end of the day. So.